Everyone on the internet has heard of a starter pack essentials, and this list is for those trying to begin or renew their faith in anime. Here we are going to talk about 10 anime worth investing your time in. This top 10 contains no spoilers. As always, if you enjoyed the video, consider liking and subscribing. So without further delay, let's begin. Number 10, Strike the Blood. After checking plot off this anime, it's basically a save the girl supernatural shonen battle ecchi harem. While the story execution may be more than just a little bit lacking, it delivers plenty of flashy action, hot fan service, and amusing comedy. Let's all face the fact that this is still a better story than Twilight though. Odds are you haven't checked this out yet, and I'm rolling on that dice, so it's definitely worth the watch. Number 9, The Fruit of Grisaya. Switching over to a darker ecchi harem, I found myself sickened by this anime. The Fruit of Grisaya is one of the darkest, most satisfying anime you could ever watch. The main character handles each of his classmates' trauma delicately with resolution. Though this show does get a little dark and twisted, I personally enjoyed this anime from start to finish. Those who have 8 hours on their hands should definitely give this show a watch. Number 8. School Live. How do I talk about this anime without spoiling it? One of the main mysteries of the show comes from the main character's psychological shock. The studio's past work includes Unbreakable Machine Doll, Everyday Life with Monster Girls, and their upcoming anime, Undefeated Bahama Chronicle. Don't get this anime confused with those harems though, because this show is more of a kawaii terror paradise. Though I can't really say much about this everyday school life anime. If you like a survival anime and you want to overdose on a bunch of kawaii girls, which I know you do, and that's reason enough to watch this anime. Just do it! Number 7, Durarara. Switching over to a more modern day Japanese setting, Durarara takes place in Ikebukuro. This show has a lot of building upon its world and characters, though it does seem to start off a little slow. It quickly launches itself into a supernatural mystery. It focuses heavily on the character's personal motivation and what drives them to be put in such situations. The show is entering its 3rd arc of their 2nd season, so it does have plenty of episodes to watch, though you may feel a little burnout after marathoning this anime, as I did. It definitely stays true to its genre, which is why I can recommend this anime. Number 6, Trinity 7. When we are first introduced to our main character in the first episode, it seems he's a bit more perceptive than most lead characters. I won't spoil anything for those that want to watch this show, but I will always remember how this episode went. After the first episode though, the light shines through this anime, and it becomes a straight harem with a ton of plot. Speeding through this anime will give you some good laughs, and as such I can recommend this anime to those that enjoy ecchi harems with plot bouncing in their faces. And by plot I mean boobs. Or even maybe to those that watched High School DxD, because the main leads have the same power. And I know we all love that power to subconsciously undress women. I'm such a weeboo. Number 5, Chivalry of a Felled Knight. When I first picked up this anime, I asked myself, where do I see this anime going? And why is the main character being put into these awkward situations? God damn it. Simply put, this show is very much a romance with superb character development. I felt this show pulling me into its world week after week of small filler, leading me into its epic battles. I can recommend this show to those that want to watch a motivational anime with a good romance, so definitely check this anime out. Number 4, my teen romantic comedy, Snafu. While watching this series, I spent my time asking, how is this show considered a romantic comedy? As it is, I would have to say it fell more towards being a slice of life involving situations that our main protagonists have to solve. I couldn't pinpoint where this anime would end, because the mere suspense of this show left me wanting more from these characters. It also leaned more towards being what people observe the world to be, whether it was good or bad. For these reasons, I can recommend this show to those that want to look at life a little differently. Number 3, Gotcha Man Crowds. This anime is an analysis of what makes a hero, what defines heroism, and focuses on the pros and cons of technological improvements. It takes our everyday usage of smartphones, and it gives ordinary people an app that will help update the world. Sometimes updating the world doesn't always work in our hero's favor. That's just one of the things to praise from this anime, as it sets itself up for a ride. Another thing to note is how this anime possesses such a unique animation. In turn, this anime ties CG with its gradient of colors, producing a respectable end product that is unmatched in quality. These are just some of the reasons I can recommend this anime. Number 2, Shimonita, a boring world where the concept of dirty jokes doesn't exist. This wacky comedy sets out to do what it wants to achieve, which is basically sex jokes everywhere. And hey, that's something I can get behind. The near future of Japan has outlawed all sex propaganda. This show is a building story of plot. If you can't see it, look closer. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Around every corner of this anime is the truth of what a world would look like without sex jokes. On the contrary of being boring, this story is everything but boring. With how over-the-top ridiculous this anime was, I found myself consumed by it. These are some of the reasons I recommend this anime to those this genre can appeal to. Number 1, Beyond the Boundary. Weirdly, this show is classified under slice of life, though I believe it focuses more on being a supernatural fantasy.
As a result, my entire clan died off, leaving me as the only survivor.
What a horrible story.
Do you think so? I think that it's actually a rather common one.
Considering that, I would much rather enjoy the overarching plot that Beyond the Boundary has. Beyond the Boundary proves to be quite the ride if you're looking for some eye candy with a twist of comedy and action. In any case, this anime will have you at the edge of your seat wanting more after each episode. It also has one of the best English dubs of 2015, so definitely give this anime a go. Thank you for watching another Pillows Nerds anime video. In the comments below, let me know what you plan to watch from this list. If you enjoyed this video, consider checking out my first video, where I talk about what and why I'm excited for the upcoming anime season. I'm always a little sad if I leave out a clip from an anime, so I decided to add a thumbnail for them here. Also, consider subscribing for more random anime topics. Next time, we talk about openings.